Hello everyone, Drew here from Club Heroes, and if you can believe it, I am here with a brand new game. No more, well, for the time being, I like to stay away from Minecraft because, let's be honest, I've done that the entire time I've had the channel up. So, I finally got a Steam account, got some money on that Steam account, and I decided to get Don't Starve. I've seen some YouTubers play it. I really like the idea of the game. And so I got a huge pack. I got the game, Reign of Giants, which is the DLC, and then I've also got the multiplayer. So, no further ado, I am going to start a new game of Don't Starve. I have played a few times, as you can see, because I've got a few characters, but I think that we'll have seasons of play, and so I'll just start off with Wilson, the gentleman scientist. I will conquer it all with the power of my mind. And he grows a magnificent beard. So down there are the special abilities that come with the player, like Willow has her own fire starter and whatnot. I think that Wolfgang is just very powerful. But I'm going to go with Wilson. He's the very first character you get, so he's going to be, I think, a good character for Season 1. I played this only a few times, so I am not the best, but I guess we'll learn together how to play this game. So here we go. Raining food, raining upon pines, hurting monsters. Raining bug. You're going a little too fast for me, game. Say, pal, you don't look so good. You better find something to eat before night comes. Evil. So we start out here. We got full hunger, sanity, and health. Those are the three things you have to keep in mind while playing the game. And basically, the first day, we're just going to try and collect as much stuff as we can, from twigs to berries. Try and get some basic tools, and the most important thing is going to be getting up a permanent base, which means that we need to get some rocks to make our, right here, to make our fire pit. We're also going to want to create the science machine, which is going to allow us to come up with a whole bunch of recipes. So right now, though, I'm just going to grab some basic stuff. Over here, can't believe we found it right away, is a wormhole. It will take you to another part in the world, but it costs you some sanity because going through a wormhole is a little strange. So we're going to stay away from that for now. Right now, we're just going to gather food and basic supplies. And maybe find a nice place to set out our first base camp. Also going to need to make an axe and a pickaxe, chop down some trees for some wood, and I need to mine out some stone, some rocks to get the stone necessary for some of the stuff we need. So a boulder like that is where I'm going to get my stone, but I need to find some flint first on the ground to make tools. So yes, here's some rocks and flint. Sometimes you can just find it lying on the ground. But if you break those boulders apart, you're going to get a ton of rocks, flint, and even some gold. Get away, mole worm. And so at first, it seems pretty easy. Day one is, of course, not going to be extremely hard because they just want you to get used to the game, see what it's like. But it starts to pick up a little, especially with special surprise they have at about day 8 to 10, where you get a little attack from an enemy. But let's see, tools. Alright, I can make an axe and a pickaxe. So I'm gonna make both. Axe, 2. Oh, we got some nice music now. And basically, I'm gonna chop down some trees. See, it's darkening slightly because it is just becoming nighttime. Not yet. We have to get a fire up by the time that we get to the violet area of the clock up there, because that is when the night comes out. If you don't have a fire, you're dead. So right now I'm just going to continue to collect resources, then we can get that fire up a little later. So I'm going to need some wood, some twigs. Also, this game is very easy to control. You just move around the typical WASD keyboard, and really, most of the stuff that you interact with is using your right and left mouse click. This is a big thing with Reign of Giants is quite frequently you'll get rain and that lowers your sanity and makes everything wet that you have in your inventory, so that becomes a quick problem. So I don't know, I don't think I'm going to set up a permanent base right now because I would like to find a place where I really want to work out of. So I might just set up a campfire tonight, which will not stay there permanently. After you build it and it dies out, it goes away for good. So seems like that'll be good for tonight, and then tomorrow, day 2, we can go out and actually try and find a base to set up. Graveyard. And like a grave right there, for instance, we can actually dig those up. However, cost of sanity, because being a grave digger is sort of kind of weird. And so at this point in the game where you're not very comfortable, where you're limited in supplies, it's not good to lose sanity or lose your control of your hunger. So maybe later in the game, if we survive till then, we can some cool exploring the caves that they have, or, you know, digging up graves and going after some bosses. But at the start of the game, the most important things are going to be grabbing grass, twigs, and then those different stones. And as you can see, you got your tools with durability. It is getting dark, so I might want to set up a base right now, which I'm going to do. So, okay, we'll go right here. So I'm going to pull out campfire. Oh, I need one over. Uh-oh. Hurry up. Campfire. Build. So, as you, my screen just got icy there because I was actually freezing because it's raining out, so I'm cold, and and at the same time I had no source of heat like a fire, so that would stay there, and eventually it would begin to take over my screen, and that would indicate that I'm really cold and I'd start losing health. You have to be careful of that too. And as you can see now, it's pitch black. So add some fuel to the fire, keep it roaring. So, we can build a science machine, we've got plenty of resources, but I'm not going to build it until I get this permanent base set down with my fire pit, so we'll wait till then. So, day 1, world 1, going through the night right now. Over here, that's indicates the stages of the moon, like if it's full moon, half moon, whatnot. And if this fills up all the way with the moon, that means it's a full moon. You can actually travel out on that night because the moon's so present that there's light everywhere, which is pretty cool. But for now, we are stuck waiting here. Oh, I should probably eat a little. I want to get a crock pot too. It's important right away, but for now you can just cook stuff up and eat it. So you can, cooking stuff up is definitely much better than just eating it plain. However, even better than cooking food up could be using a crock pot or drying meat out with the meat rack, which once we get that science machine up, we can do all sorts of stuff. So I want to find a base definitely when day 2 comes around. And for those of you who do play Don't Starve, or have played it at some point, if you have any tips for me, please feel free to let me know, because I know some stuff, but there's still plenty that I'm unaware of, because I have not made it super far into the game before. So, if you have tips, feel free to let me know in the comments. And as I say that, day 2. So, continue grabbing those resources, and then we'll get that science machine up and make some really cool stuff. Love that music. Additionally, this game, the whole pack with all 3 things. Don't Starve, the DLC, and the multiplayer. That cost about like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. So I've still got some money left over. I think I've got about $30 left over. So if there are any games that you guys think are worthwhile playing on Steam, let me know in the comments as well. I can check those out, and if any of them look really good, I could also pick that game up and play that as well, because I'm aware that watching Minecraft all the time is not the most exciting thing. So, trying some new stuff. That they have the beta now, the multiplayer beta of Don't Starve, which is called Don't Starve Together. You play with a friend, and I actually got a gift. I can gift that to a friend, so I'm going to gift that to Hunter, and perhaps he'll be willing to play with me. Some Don't Starve. So right now, what I am looking for mainly is going to be what I'm looking for right now is going to be an area with some grass, twigs, and also I'd like to have the rabbit holes nearby, because that way I've got a quick source of food. By the way, if you can tell, there's a slight trail here. And allows you to pick up some speed. Stick to that right now. Alright, let me check the map for a second. I think it's tab, right? Yep, there we go. So we're here. Maybe I can go down there. We'll travel this way. See how long we can survive. Season 1, Episode 1. We're on day 2 right now. Starting to get towards night again. Got a longer evening, which is not terrible. I do have quite a few tools, so I should be good for tools for a while. But definitely need to grab some more food. That wouldn't hurt. And get that base up. Oh, this might be what I'm looking for. Yes, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I like this type of land because you got that right. You got the holes right there, the rabbit holes, and then you've also got some woody areas for gathering food and berries and whatnot. So I think this would be a great place to make our base. I'm gonna collect some grass so that we can make some cool stuff once we get that science machine up. And right now the base is sort of going to be makeshift because I've got limited supplies, but if we get deeper into the game and I'm still alive, I can definitely put down some flooring and some walls and make a full-fledged home. I think that one of the first things I'm going to want to make is a spear and a shovel, because a shovel will allow me to transport things like berry bushes back home, and spear is definitely needed protection. So I think that we could build our pit right here. That seems good. There we go. So the fire pit will stay there. I think it'll also show up on the map, right? Tab. Yeah, so it's right there behind me. And so if you ever are out and about and see your fire pit in the map, it's sort of like your home base. And right near that, I'm gonna have my science machine set up right here, right near my fire pit. And as you can see, if you walk away from it, it's sort of like a crafting table in Minecraft, you could think about it like that. So when you're away from it, you have limited building abilities. Once you get closer to it, you have all this extra stuff. Like refining, food stuff, whatever. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I want to refine some rope. Find some grass to get some. Yes, I know you're hungry. So we will make some roasted berries for now. Let's get that spear. Excuse my cough. This is also going to be very useful. These are animal traps. This is what we're going to need in this type of area because we can cover the rabbit holes with them. And if they come out of them, they'll be trapped immediately. We can cook up some rabbit. Fire. And then I'm going to make a few more tools. So we get another axe, another pickaxe, another shovel, our first shovel I should say. And with the shovel you can dig up things like, you can dig up plants, which is very useful. You can bring them back home, and much easier to access food and resources that way. So we'll just set up a small grass farm here. I know you're hungry, Wilson. We'll get you some food soon. So we're just gonna organize the grass tufts a little bit. I don't like that one. Here you go. Yes, it does need it does need poop. I'm aware. Ooh. The cough is not good. Sorry. So it looks like the rain's starting to die down, which is good. I do have some seeds, and since I don't have any poop to make a basic farm, might as well just cook them up and eat them. You can eat petals. They're not very good for... I don't think that they help with hunger, but they do help with health a little. So they're good to carry around, and they also boost your sanity, which is very helpful. Oh, looks like the rain finally stopped. Plant that right there. Cool. Get some grass tufts. We're gonna survive the night. I'll add some fuel. We also might want to plant some trees. Have some quick lumber nearby. Another quick note is that there's multiple kinds of trees. However, one of the more useful ones at the beginning of the game, I think that they're birch trees, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they are. Because they drop their seed, which is I think it's a birch nut, and you can roast those and eat those, so that's quick food at the very beginning of the game, which is extremely useful to have. So we should probably keep a lookout for some of those. Got a killer bee. With a spear, I can attack it. Oh, he's attacking me. Get back. Oh, no. Okay, that was a bad idea. So now they're all gonna chase me into the end of the world. Oh, I'm on the run. I can make another one. Perfect. So we're gonna put one right here. That'll be good for, I can't remember the bunny man is killed in the season. Yeah, they usually collapse when water comes, but they'll come out again as well. So we're going to continue gathering those supplies. One of the first things I want to do is get a crock pot going. You can make some great food recipes, which are much better for your hunger. We are quite a bit into the episode, so I'm going to stop in a little bit. Oh, so here are the birch trees, so let me get some berries nearby too. So if you chop these down, you get the birch nuts, and green basically means it's edible. So they're not edible when they're not cooked, but if you cook them on a fire, they immediately become edible, which is very useful. Let's see, I can just drop that down. I do want, however, to... Let's get rid of this. On the tree. Pick up a little sanity. Some flint. And where's the shovel? I want to pick up this berry bush and bring it back home. But I think this is going to be the end of the first episode because we're about 20 minutes in, so that should be good. So, without further ado, thank you all so much for watching our first episode of Don't Starve. If you would like more, definitely hit up that like button because that'll tell me that you guys want to see some more Don't Starve. And once I get back to my base, I will see you all in the next episode. So, thank you so much for watching. And have a good one, guys. Bye.